Get your popcorn ready. I'm serious. Grab it, because it's time for the DAANG DL podcast. You know what it is. We talk hoops, headlines, everything in between, and we keep it real. Let's go.
Now put your hands together for my father and y'all's fave, Mr.
All right, y'all. Welcome. Yours truly, the voice, Mr. Sad Wildfare, the DL Marshall, and it is definitely time for another episode of the Notorious
DAANG DL
podcast. And man, it's episode 6, and I want to call this the Can We Congratulate episode. Hey, look here, man. I have been looking, and I came across my man Bam of the Miami Heat, hit 83 points. I know a lot of my sports fans know. Some of you that's not really into sports is like, what are you talking about? Bam, you know Bam, the one that dates the amazing Asia Wilson. Yeah. Turns around and he hits 83 points. Now, I believe he had 41 points going into halftime, and then they didn't start double teaming him until midway through, being the Washington Wizards, midway through the fourth quarter or third quarter, when he had 70 points. And I don't know about y'all, if I got 70 points in the game and I'm cooking and rolling like that, then I'm going for 100. I'd have been upset that I just got 83.
DAANG DL.
I mean, I have no lie to tell you, with bad as people talking about the Washington Wizards and all that. But why can't we just say congratulations? So many people are talking about how Bam got to 83, why Bam got to 83, instead of just saying congratulations, Bam, on scoring 83 points. Man, 83 points is 83 points. And I know some people are going to try to make it seem that they are basketball purists and how they have the insight of why Wilt Chamberlain's 83 and Kobe's 83 was better than Bam's 83. Look, 100 points from Wilt, 81 from Kobe, and 83 from Bam moves Bam into second place. That's rarefied air to be in the 80-plus club, okay? He did something that Mike J wasn't able to do, which was hit that 83, okay? I believe Jordan had an 80 game or close to it against Boston in a playoff loss, but people are talking about he shot 22 three-pointers and 43 free throws. Well, the only way you can shoot 43 free throws is if you get fouled. And what he's supposed to, cause he got 41 going in halftime, he ain't supposed to show up at all in the second half, or his coach say, "Nah, quit cooking, man. I'm gonna sit you down." No, let that young man go to history. Some people talking about, he was like Kobe, he didn't pass the ball. None. A lot of times, sirs, that when you are in certain locker rooms, your teammates tell you, "Go for it, dog. Don't give it to me unless you get in trouble." But what y'all not talking about is, I don't care if it's the Washington Wizards or if it's the American Midget Wizards. Uh-oh. I done got myself in trouble.
DAANG DL.
But whatever Wizards it is, 83 points, scoring it like 13, what was that, 13 more points once they started double, triple teaming him? Come on, man. First of all, why did the coach wait so long to start triple teaming him? Now you working against double, triple teams, and you still scored 83 points. What is the hate about? I mean, I'm a Jordan purist. I think Jordan is the GOAT of the NBA. I believe that there is none better. Matter of fact, I think my number 2 favorite player, which I think I can make a good argument that Kobe Bean Bryant is number 2. But if you look at somebody in my dad's generation, they may say Oscar Robertson. They may say somebody like Wilt or Moses Malone. Somebody is going to pick somebody out of their generation that they feel was the greatest to ever do it. Why can't we just agree to congratulate everybody's individual greatness? And right now, Bam has scored 83 points. Some of y'all that's running y'all mouth couldn't score 83 points in a week-long worth of pickup games. You could play pickup basketball every game without getting set, and you still wouldn't score 83 points. So miss me with all that, you know?
Dang, DL.
You got to stop being so hateful towards one another. I mean, it's a brother got the record in a game that wasn't created for or by brothers. That just goes to show our dominance, man. And y'all sitting up here playing around because you don't like 83 points. Did you ever think that it would be a time that somebody scores 83 points in a game and we critique the 83 points? I don't get it. I really don't get it. Why can't we just congrat folk and carry on? Some of us could play against the blind league and still not score 83 points. But we got to talk about, it's always somebody got to downplay another brother's accomplishments. Why, y'all? I mean, you could very easily just been like, you know what? I congratulate the brother. I don't think that the coach defended him well. I don't think he drew up a good enough scheme. I don't think that if he played another team other than Washington, he would have scored it. I mean, if you got to go and say all that, then just don't say nothing. Just be like, hey, Bam scored 83. All right. Even if you don't find it in your heart to say congratulations. All right, 83 is 83, I guess. I mean, you know, it's some shade in that tone as well, but why we got to pick 83 points apart, man? Congratulations to you, Bam, because you ain't going to find no hating back here backstage. It is what it is, and you did what you did. And I hope you go out and score 45, then 65. You know, you ain't got to keep on scoring the 83, and because you in the books. And that's going to stand for a while. And you in the books, second to Wilt. 1 up, 2 points up, and 1 spot of over the great Kobe Bryant. And yeah, I did say what I said, Sanquan, that I feel as though it's Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. Debate me. I know a lot of LeBron fans ain't going to like that statement. I know Shannon, Uncle Shay Sharp ain't going to like that statement. But the closest thing that I saw to Michael Jordan, his greatness, his tenacity, his game, was number 824, Kobe Bean Bryant. Just like the closest thing I saw to Dr. J growing up was the heir apparent himself, Michael Jeffrey Jordan. He took me out of Chuck Taylor's and put me in the Air Jordans. And I've been Air Jordan it ever since. So, bam, again, whether you get a pair of tennis shoes that is popular as Michael Jordan, or if you become nicknamed the king like LeBron James or whoever else is their favorites, you may not be their favorites, but you the NBA's second most points in a game scoring in the history of the NBA. Congratulations to you, brother. And I ain't too hateful to say it. All y'all other ones will find something else to do. Score 83 points in a pickup game. Be like Ice Cube. Fumble around and get a triple-double. Yeah, because today was a good day. All right, so let's get into Kenyon Martin. A lot of people debating Kenyon Martin. Should he have done it? Should he not have done it? Some of y'all like, what did he do? Well, let me tell you what he did. I don't know if I really want to say this because I met Kenyon Martin in an airport. And when I tell you that I'm not a short person or a small person, but that brother dwarfed me. I mean, we did fist bumps and it looked like that I put my thumb up against his hand. So that's a brother that's big enough not for nobody wanting to play with. And he had a speech impediment. I'm just reporting, Kenyon. I don't want
Dang, DL.
Hey, don't be danging. I don't want Kenyon getting the wrong idea. Kenyon, that wasn't nothing to be danging about. I'm just saying. So, you know, a lot of times back in the Cincy days, you know, he really didn't feel comfortable giving interviews after he dominated and whatnot. Some people say he stuttered. Some people said he had tics. But he has mentioned before that if there's ever one level in his life that he has a level of, what would we say? What would we say? What would be the word? Yeah, you when you self conscious about something was the way he talked. Thank you, Sanquan. I appreciate that, man.
Dang, DL.
You gonna mess around and get me in trouble with Kenyon, man. Stop doing that. But anyway, Kenyon wind up meeting a guy that's a staffer. I think they called him Suge or whatnot. I'm not too familiar with his name, but he's a staffer on now Gil's Arena, and he was running his mouth, and somebody recorded him, and they put him on the setup. They set him out there bad. That was some sucker stuff too. Y'all wrong as all get up. Y'all wrong as 2 left feet and a pair of gout knees eating a pork chop sandwich. You wrong. You wrong. But anyway,
Dang, DL.
Say quiet, y'all stop that, man. Y'all gonna get me in trouble now. But anyway, Kenyon had the guy over to his house, as Kenyon has said, a couple of Thanksgivings when he was fresh out in LA, didn't have nowhere to go, no people to go with or go to. And this apparently happened before all that, but still, wrong is wrong. Talking slick is talking slick. And it came out, and somebody must have gave old boy the heads up because he tried to apologize to Kenyon. Kenyon, man, I don't know what you're talking about. So save all that, apologize. I don't know what you mean, man. It's whatever. And so it got to Kenyon. Somebody, y'all ain't right, boy. I tell y'all, some of you fellas is messy as I'll get up. But hey, y'all give me something to talk about. But it got to Kenyon, and Kenyon said, "Oh, this is what that joker was trying to apologize to me about. I'm glad I didn't accept it, because I ain't gonna accept it now. Didn't accept it then. I ain't gonna accept it, period. Point blank, your apology denied." But anyway, guy was on, and somebody was like, "Hey, I like Kenyon better than Gil. I think Kenyon, she had all that." Again, instead of congratulating Gil for having the show and the brothers working together, somebody got to try to cause division. But can we just congratulate? I would say get along, but that didn't work too well for my man Rodney King. So can we just congratulate?
Dang, DL.
You're gonna get me in trouble, dude. All right, so we then saw it play out on Gil's Arena live. Kenyon was like, "Hey, come on out here, bro," and he began to just little boy him that whole time. And like he said, when they asked him, "You really set out, you wanted to embarrass me?" He said, "Absolutely. Absolutely, I did. He embarrassed me." He set out, he's like, "Man, we got to do this publicly." You said it publicly. What did he say, DL? He said that, "No, you want Kenyon to replace Gil?" Mr. I ain't saying it because I ain't having Kenyon coming after me. But he talked about his speech impediment. And you know somebody upset when they start replaying how good they've been to you. You know you done messed up with a man when he said, "And I done had you around my wife and kids."
Dang, DL.
Yeah, that was on time that time, said Quan. When somebody get to saying that, I can't believe how long my man stood over Kenyon with his face hung low. You was prime real estate for a quick uppercut and a right cross. You could have been sleepy time on that couch and really been a viral meme. But I'm glad Kenyon just kept it to words like you kept it to words. But that's wrong, dog. Whether it was wrong, it was really wrong if you had already been to his house and talking about that man got stuttering problems, calling him stutter man and all that.
Dang, DL.
I wasn't supposed to say that. Anyway, Kenyon, I don't want no problem. But anyway, you call that man stutter man after you done ate his Thanksgiving food, been around his family, all that, man. And then you might say, "Well, I didn't, that was before." So you go eat his food and be around his kids and his wife after you said something like that without saying, "Hey, bro, this would have been the man thing to do. Hey, bro, hold on. Hey, bro. No, hey, bro, before you started on the show, I was asked a question, or I was privy to something. This is what I said, dog. That's before I knew you. It was insensitive, but I can't move forward as a man, coming eating your food, being around your family without letting you know I said that once. I don't feel like that about you now, but if you want to withdraw your invitation, I get it. That's the man thing to do. But you, and then the person, I don't know if you made the people mad that had the thing record it, but they did you bad, bro. They did you bad. So, hey, man, don't chew. If you can't chew your cabbage twice, don't put cabbage on your plate. And go on and swallow it after you chew it. Don't be showing everybody your food. What are you saying, DL? Man, if you can't own up to what you're saying about people, just stop talking about people. Stop talking about they only. Come on, man. Come on, man. And he, when I said, hey, Kmart, if he was really that kind of dude, he didn't have to recognize and give me a fist bump. So I'm rocking with Kenyon. I totally 100%, without a shadow of doubt, agree with what he did. No, Kenyon, don't be offering no apologies. No, he deserved all that because he cared nothing about your feelings. He cared nothing about your kids possibly hearing that one day. He cared nothing about your wife hearing that. He cared nothing about your family members hearing that. He cared nothing about belittling you and berating you. And the reason he didn't care about it because he didn't put forethought that some way, somehow, in that small circle of podcasting that we're in, that he probably would run into you because he works on a show with a person that played in the NBA as you that is cool with you. So he thought his loyalty to Gil, and you can't, I kind of think Gil knew a little something that had been said, but he was hoping it didn't fly off like that. I put it like this. Kenyon shocked me because I just knew I was about to watch a video that was going to have a couple of punches thrown, some struggling, and some bleeding. But Kenyon kept it with words. He got his point across. And I really don't think he got to worry about that man saying anything about it. Positive, negative, indifferent. I really don't. A lot of people tried to call Kenyon Martin a bully based off of that. But how you going to call him a bully for sticking up for his name? A man, before he has riches, only has his name. And why would you want to dirty up that man's name? Why would you want to exploit and make fun of something that physically or emotionally a person cannot handle or control? So, more of the story, watch your mouth or you just might get hit in it. Yeah.
Dang, DL. Dang.
I don't
DL.
know. So, hey.
Dang, DL.
She a little late, said Kwan, but we don't. All right. Episode 6. Houston. Y'all might have a problem out there. The rodeo, after looking at some of the pictures and hearing some of the descriptions of how some of the young ladies was walking around out there at the carnival, I kind of hate I missed it.
Dang, DL.
I mean, I wish I had been there so that I could, pray, go walk around and pray for folk that they hem of their garments get
Dang, DL.
That y'all ain't buying that. Well, anyway, there's a time and a place is what everybody keeps saying. And I guess the time wasn't the past weekend over the rodeo, and I guess the place wasn't Houston. But let's get into it. So a lot of women and men are talking about how explicitly dressed a lot of the women were. They said backside meat, or actually they said booty meat. They called it the bootio, cheek fest. A lot of bosom, a lot of cleavage, a lot of under meat up under the cheek, where it get a little dark. But yeah, because sunlight really don't hit right there.
Dang, DL.
Yeah. But anyhow, they were saying that how uncomfortable it was for them as women, how that they had to cover their son's eyes and their man's eyes at the same time. Now, I tell you what, one of them gonna look. And unfortunately, it probably wasn't gonna be the daddy, because mama was gonna make sure daddy's eyes was covered.
Dang, DL.
Yeah, she let that little boy see eventually what he gonna grow up to like before she was gonna let honey see that. But anyway, they were saying it kind of made them feel uncomfortable because you really don't want to see women putting themselves out there like that, but at the same time, you respect the freedom that they have to go out like that. My question is, if you know kids gonna be out there, is your need for attention superseding the responsibility for you to be dressed appropriately in front of kids? I mean, that's just like, mentoring. I see some mamas come up to the schools. Yeah. And look like they just got off work. And they worked at Pink Slip. Yeah.
Dang, DL.
My St. Louis, they know what I mean when I say pink slip. A whole lot of y'all done been down to the pink slip. You know, pink slip was Midwest Magic City.
Dang,
Yeah.
DL.
That little gravel road. I digress. All right, so but you know, a lot of fellas was like, man, it made me uncomfortable being out here with my gal, being out here with my kids. Y'all walking around like that. I would look, but I can't look. So it's unfair of you to come out like this when you know that there's a lot of us gonna be caked up, booed up. Now you starting arguments on the ride back home. And you know, I saw you looking. You know, I couldn't help it. I tried to turn my head from her, but I turned right into another one. Shoot, if you was dressed like that, I'd been looking at you.
Dang, DL.
Yeah, that'd been the wrong thing to say. That'd been the wrong thing to say right there, wouldn't it? Got my speech. So then on top of that, a Houston medical field worker alleges that during that rodeo spring break weekend, disease rates went up. Dress code went down, and they might have to instill one. She said HIV went up, I think it was 17%. I think syphilis, gonorrhea went up 37%. It was a whole lot of y'all leaving without y'all protection, and I hope 3 days later, by the time y'all got home, I hope it wasn't no fire flames shooting in the commode.
Dang, DL.
Yeah, I know. But y'all, man, y'all out here bad like AIDS ain't still a thing. HIV, AIDS, it's still alive. Just because Magic Johnson got his medicine where he looked healthier than a meth addict, he looked healthier than a crack addict, but he's still sick. He missed that medicine. He's shriveling up. Dang. Magic Johnson done called.
Dang, DL.
No. I didn't mean nothing by it, Magic. I'm just saying, look Magic the way you look healthy, and let me just leave it alone. Anyway, y'all out here living rambunctious, unruly, and irresponsible. Y'all, them rates ain't going up in diseases unless y'all going raw dogging. And they're going to be feeding you with a laser way down the hallway. People going to be like my grandma used to be, rest her soul. You bring your own cups and plates.
Dang, DL.
I'm just saying, you know, you can't be too safe, can't be too sure. But y'all, man, start being careful. And half the ones that was cheeked out and cleavage showing, probably some of them rates. That's why them rates was going up. Yeah. All right. So quickly, Tina Knowles Gumbo Booth closed down by Houston Health Department for multiple alleged food poisoning incidents and poor food prep. They were supposed to go and prepare the food at one authorized location and then store it at another authorized location, then bring it out to the booth for a limited time. But they found some unapproved storage areas there. One girl that claims allegedly she is kin to the Knowles and Tina got sick and had violently been throwing up. The health department of Houston came and shut the booth down, and now they got to reapply. And a lot of people talking about Tina probably put some hoodoo because they talking about Tina is in the voodoo. I'm sorry. Yeah. But they said they was getting sick about the belly and they didn't understand why. So, hey, man, Houston, I guess y'all had a problem, hoping that the penicillin worked and y'all don't need no laser feeding.
Dang, DL.
Yeah, I know. So cover your little boys' faces, even though they're going to probably see it in health class come Monday. Enjoy your spring break. Hope you got a little plastic in your pocket and a gold wrapper if you're going to be out here being flamboyant. Yeah. Cheek to cheek. It's getting dangerous. That's going to be it. Till the next time, man. Y'all make sure y'all stay out of Houston unless y'all going to wrap it up. That's the only thing I can say. Be back next time, episode 7. This is the DAANG DL Podcast.